I didn't go after her. Not when she slammed the door. Not when her footsteps faded down the hallway. Not even when every part of me screamed to run after her, dropped to my knees, and beg her to explain. I just stayed there, still, surrounded by silence. And somehow, that silence said more than any words could. People talk like silence means weakness, that if you don't fight, you never cared. But they don't understand what it's like to fight for so long, so hard, only to realize the person you're fighting for already let go. So I stayed, not because I didn't love her anymore, but because, for once, I chose to love myself instead. She left on a Thursday. I remember because the spaghetti on the stove was still hot. The scent of basil lingered in the air like a memory, trying not to fade. She said she needed space, but I knew better. Maybe there was another man, or just the idea of one. Someone neater, more attentive, easier to love. She never said it aloud, but she didn't have to. I saw in the way she avoided my eyes as she zipped her bag, in the way she didn't cry when she said goodbye. I gave her a soft nod, the kind you give when you know something's over, even if you wish it weren't. That was it. No shouting, no tears, just a quiet surrender. She walked out, and I stayed behind with the echoes and the heaviness sitting in my chest like it had made itself at home. The days after felt strange. I drifted through my own life, more like a shadow than a person. Her mug was still beside the sink. Her perfume still lingered in the hall. Her absence was a presence all its own, louder than any fight we ever had. Still, I didn't call, didn't message. I erased her number, not out of hate, but to protect myself. I didn't look her up, didn't ask about her. I just started remembering who I was before her. Slowly, piece by piece, I rebuilt. I went back to the gym, picked up books I hadn't touched in years, found comfort in small, quiet things. Healing, I learned, isn't some dramatic transformation. It's slow. It's quiet. It's choosing yourself over and over, even when it hurts. Then, after exactly 91 days, her name showed up on my screen. No long message. Just, hey, can we talk? My heart reacted like it used to, jumping before my brain to catch up. But this time, it wasn't joy. It was hesitation, tired hope, worn out love. I didn't reply right away. I let it sit there, like she once let me sit in uncertainty. When I finally responded, I said, if you're looking for closure, come by. If it's something else, don't come unless you're sure. She came that night. When I opened the door, I almost didn't recognize her. Not because her face had changed, but because something in her eyes had, like the light had dimmed. Regret lived where confidence used to. She held a small envelope, like it weighed more than it should. We didn't touch, didn't speak right away. Just stood there, two people with too many memories between them. She spoke first. I made a mistake, she said, voice trembling. I thought I needed more. I thought there was something better. But he wasn't you. None of them were. I stayed quiet. She kept going. I convinced myself you didn't care, that you didn't see me. But it was me. I stopped seeing you. You were always there, I just stopped looking. She placed the envelope on the table. It's everything I couldn't say before. Everything I learned. You don't have to read it. I just needed you to have it. I finally looked at her. Really looked. She wasn't the woman who left. And I wasn't the man she walked away from. I cleared my throat. I waited for you, I said, for a long time. Every night felt like a question I couldn't answer. But eventually, I stopped asking. Not because I stopped caring. Because I had to start healing. Tears welled in her eyes. I'm too late, aren't I? I hesitated. I could have lied. Could have said we still had a chance. But I couldn't ignore what I'd gone through. Yes, I said, softly. She nodded. No drama, no pleading, just understanding. I just wanted you to know, she whispered. You didn't lose me. I lost you. I nodded back, and I found myself. She turned to leave. At the door, she glanced over her shoulder one last time. I hope someone sees you the way I should have. I smiled, not with bitterness, but peace. I already do, I said. I see me now. And then she left. This time, there was no begging, No promises. Just a goodbye that finally meant what it said. Not every heartbreak needs fixing. Sometimes the healing lives in the quiet. And sometimes the greatest love story is the one where you learn to love yourself